is a city. Some call it Denton, Texas.
We call it ReaperLand. It is I. There we go. Hey, Roger. I'm pretty sure I can be heard. Test 1 2, test 1 2. How's everybody doing? It is Friday, and I am feeling pretty tired for the most part. And I'll get to that in a second. Hey, Tall Scott. How's it going? So good news. I'm gonna probably repeat this a few times as people start to trickle in and stuff like that. Hey, Barlby Jim. I literally a minute before I went live, Mr. David Harper came in and told me that we just got word that there is going to be 2 containers on Monday. So there is 2 40-foot containers showing up on Monday. He didn't tell me what was on them, so don't know exactly what's on them. Don't know. Could be corsets. It could be some expansions. I don't know. But yep, like literally a minute before that we went live, or I went live. So on Monday we'll have 2 containers. So that'd be good news. Sorry for the yawning. I'm not feeling too good right now. I don't know what's going on, but I actually just got the email for the PO for the delivery on Monday. 2 40-foot containers. So that's going to take us most of the morning. So it's going to take most of the morning. Obi Tony Kenobi. So I think there are 5 total. I think. So there's 2 that are arriving on Monday, and then there should be 3 more. There might be 2 more because I think one of these is restock, I think. So 4 minimum, 5 maximum. So it's but the other 3 are on the water, so like they're on their way. But it's funny that these 2 are arriving at the same time. So, and it would be really nice if it was corsets, because if it's corsets, then a huge portion of the orders from the Kickstarter can be shipped out. So that'd be very nice. And then the other containers shouldn't be more than a few weeks after that, or like probably 2 or 3 weeks after that. Generally, they once one of them starts arriving, they all generally kind of arrive at the same time. Sometimes they kind of hold them because it's kind of really not up to us. It's based on train cars and the ports and all that stuff. But luckily, a lot of the stuff that's happening with the pirates and things like that doesn't seem to be affecting our ships. So I know that it's probably pretty crazy still out there, but yeah. Somebody asked me about the paint and take. I saw somebody ask about the paint and take. The paint and take went really well. It was pretty chill. I will say that this was the messiest paint and take that I've done so far. I don't know why, but it just, for some reason, it was just, there was paint everywhere. And it was just the messiest. I made the mistake of not bringing enough paints for the first couple of days. So I had to come back up to Reaper and get more paints and things like that. Because I was like, I couldn't remember when I was putting everything together. I couldn't remember if I got 2 sets per table or if I just got 1 set. So I only brought basically a set for each table. And I was like, after the first couple of hours, I was like, oh, this is not enough. So I went and got an extra set for each of the tables. And then after that, it was fine. So, but, sometimes when you get kids in there, into the paint and take and stuff, they don't realize like a little bit of paint goes a long way. So they squeeze the bottle and it just goes everywhere sometimes. But you got to tell them, hey, and you got to walk around and, hey, make sure you put your cap back on, and stuff like that, But I mentioned this about about Adepticon as well. Adepticon, everybody there kind of knows how to paint, or they've painted before, so they knew how to take care of their brushes and stuff. They didn't like leave them soaking in the water and put the tips down and things like that. And they cleaned them off really well every single time. So it was just different from that aspect. But this was more new people friendly, family friendly. Hey, green users. Like it's more family oriented at BGG Spring. So, but luckily, Pewter Rooster had some brush cleaner, which I'm gonna have to order from my set of for the paint and take supplies. That magic brush cleaner. So I hope everybody got some classes that they wanted today when the classes went up. I also lick the brushes, but that's just because I really want that point, and it's just kind of a habit now. Wash it out and just whoop, get that slick little tip. But yeah, the classes went live at noon, the updated classes and stuff. So hope everybody got the class they wanted. I have some volunteers that I need to fix, like the dog father and things like that. I know you messaged me. He messaged me about getting some of his volunteer shifts switched around. So I went to the BGG paint and take, and it was fun and doing all that stuff. But like right before the paint and take and everything like that, I've been having some, I wouldn't say some health stuff. It's just something that my fiance is a type 2 or type 1 diabetic. So she's been diabetic for pretty much her whole life. And she's been noticing things like, I've been peeing a lot and things like that. So we check my blood sugars every now and then. Obviously they were high. And so she had an extra Dexcom because she swapped from Libre to Dexcom or vice versa. And so she just had one left. And so we put it on me and just to look at my sugars over the course of a week or two. And yeah, so after BGG, I went into the doctor and I got the Beatus, Tall Scott. So I did my blood work, did all my tests and everything like that. I haven't been to the doctor in a long time. I don't know why. I just haven't been to the doctor in a long time. And everybody's been telling me that, oh, John, you're losing weight, or, my clothes were fitting different. And I was like, oh, I don't feel like I'm losing weight. But I lost 30 pounds. And obviously Sarah knew, my fiance, she knew that it was eating my muscle. So was it lactic acidosis? And things like that. So I go pick up my medicine today. So I got diagnosed and I got my medicine. So I'm going to start doing all that stuff. And my diet and everything I've been changing for the past month. So for the past month, I've been eating a lot better. So my cholesterol is a little high. So I got to get that down, obviously. But yeah, I don't know what shot I'm going to be on yet. So my fiance is on Trulicity. So she takes Trulicity once a week. It's a little shot that she does in her stomach. And that's just like a weekly, once a week shot. And I think I'm going to be on Mounjaro, I think is what my doctor put me on. Mounjaro. And the other one that most people know is Ozempic is the other one. It was one of those three. So I think I'm going to be on Mounjaro is what I'm going to be shooting. And then I got to do some tests to see if I have some kidney damage and things like that. But my kidneys feel fine, and it feels okay. And then I'm gonna go get new glasses soon, so it's kind of perfect timing. So I can do because you have to do a special eye exam if you have diabetes. You have to have a different eye exam to look for retinal damage. Yeah, Zachariah, that's what Sarah's been telling me, and I know that Ozempic and is really hard to get just because everybody's using it for weight loss and things like that. So I have heard that, so we'll see. But my A1C, I don't want to tell you what my A1C because it's a scary number. It's a scary number. But I'm glad I'm taking care of it and it's getting under control. But I can finally fit into medium/large shirts again. So there's that. So ice cream after work? Let's go. I have been up to that number, Zachariah, 350. I have been that high before. I know that for sure. I stopped drinking energy drinks. Been drinking a ton more water, so that's helping. Got put on some high cholesterol medicine, so that's going to help as well. But everything else seems to be okay. Everything else seems hunky-dory. It's just my beatus. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That'll drop 20 pounds. Yeah. Yeah, but that's what I did. So after the BGG, I had about 4 days off from work, basically Tuesday through Friday. And that's when I just did a bunch of stuff like the HOA is making us stain our fence. Don't even get me started on that. So we have to stain our fence. I had to repair some fence posts. I got my car, fixed and registered. I went to the doctor. I just did a bunch of stuff that I needed to catch up on. So that's where I'm at. So I got the beatus. Sarah tells me stuff and she knows a lot about it because she's been type 1 for pretty much her whole life, but yeah. Stain it obnoxious color. So Lord Zypherius, we have to stain it one of 4 colors. So we get to choose between 4 colors. We don't even get to choose. Like, I can't even stain it red if I wanted to. Or I get fined. But a lot of people in the neighborhood are upset about it. With bylaws and all this other stuff about it's like if you wanted it stained, you should have stained it when you built them and yada, yada, yada. We're doing walnut. Sarah wants to do walnut. It's like a dark brown. So, but the problem is that they gave us colors in Sherman-Williams colors, but like Home Depot and stuff, they're different. Home Depot has different. They're named different. They're not dark walnut. They're something else. So we got to get close. You know what I mean? Don't worry, this is sugar-free. Sugar-free lemonade. But that's the big news for me, is that I finally went to the doctor and I got a bunch of medicine. So we'll see how it goes in 6 weeks. I hate to say it, but if you want to change the rules, yeah, you're all right, everybody. I mean, people were talking about all that stuff. Just take walnut brown from the factory. I mean, that's just painting your fence, right? Not staining it, I guess. But I guess ours is water-based. I just don't think it would work the same. Yeah. But I finally went to the doctor, and I don't remember the last time I went to the doctor before last week. So it's finally good to have one. I didn't have health insurance for a long time. Up until about 2020, I think, is when I got health insurance. So, but I should have used it back then, right? Use a Reaper wash as a stain. That's funny. Oh, look at this cool little thing. So I don't know if you really can't tell what it really is. But these are the supports for the red dragon. So that little red dragon that we showed last night on Reaper Live. This is the sheet that they were printed on for the test. And I kept them because they look like coral reef. Like, it's really hard to see on the big camera, obviously, but I'll show them off like on a close-up. But I figured if I could cut them, like cut little squares off, I could make little coral reef sections out of them. You can kind of see how they're kind of squared. So it kind of looks like coral reef to me, so I kept it. And we'll see what we can do. Brown liner the whole fence. Yeah. We had sound tiles. Oh. I was hoping that we had sound tiles. You mean for Paint Club? I don't think we have any extra over here. So this room has sound tiles on it, like on the wall, but I don't know if we have any extra somewhere. I don't know. So we'll look at some paint jobs. Is there anything else that's kind of new? I guess I could talk about. I could show some of the stuff that we showed off last night and talk a little bit more about it. But the good news is that we have 2 containers showing up on Monday. We got the update about an hour ago, I think, and David just came into me. Green users, I should paint something for ReaperCon. ReaperCon classes. Okay, we can talk about ReaperCon classes. I should paint something for ReaperCon. So there's about, what, 76 days left until ReaperCon? I don't know if I could paint something good enough. Where is tabletop? Ooh, sorry, I was fixing a class for tabletop events. Oh, Midnight Heroes is the thing is still down. Hold on, I'm getting things set up. What is good enough? I mean, good enough for me. I have a big issue. So like, I use like sculpting for example. Whenever I'm sculpting something, I start sculpting and I'm like, okay, that looks pretty good. Now I'll move on to something else. And then I learn a new technique or whatever. So I'm constantly like touching things up and always redoing it and things like that. So it's just never good. So for me, it's just a thing. It's a thing that it has to be like ADHD or something, right? Or something. It's just I always have to like improve it a little bit, or I can't just say, oh, I'm done. It's done. So like one of my hobbies that I like is making 3D cards from card games. So there was a new release for a game called Flesh and Blood, and there's a card called Stir the Pot. I'm pulling up a picture right now. And so I like to make 3D cards of things, like a shadow box, essentially. And this is just bringing up another, oops, come on. There we go. Another example. That's true, Hyper Bunny. Hey, Daniel Davidson. How's it going? So it looks like this. Laptop to X3. Here it is. So you can ignore everything else that's on the card. Just look at the art. And so this card came out last week, and you know it's a cute card. It's very fun. There's a lot of stuff going on. And so I'm gonna make a shadow box of it. This is one of my current things that I'm working on, just in my free time at home. And basically, you cut out the layer. So I'm gonna cut out the edge, like where all these clouds and stuff are. I'm gonna cut all that out. That's gonna be the top layer. The cat's gonna be the very back layer, obviously. And so it'll be like a 3D card with the little dragon, the dragon guy with the spoon and the chicken being the middle layer, when the bowl's right behind them. So I chose this card because there's so much going on, and I think it would look really good in a 3D kind of shadow box style. So this is my current project, and it's a good one. And I was thinking about if I got a foil version of it, what would I make foil? And I would have to say it would probably be the cat's eyes, the yellow part of the cat's eyes right here, and maybe the liquid, the purple liquid. I would make this foil, the purple. I would make that liquid or foil. You want to see one of Blood Rush Bellows? Blood Rush Bellow is a good card too. Blood Rush Bellow. That would be a good 3D version. Oh, sorry, trying to get a big version of it. There we go. So like this would be a good 3D version. So like you would have like this head right here. You would have this head in the foreground, maybe the other head in the middle, the stuff he's standing on, and then him, and then you would have like maybe the trees as their own layers in the background, with the red section behind him being the very back layer with the sky underneath his legs. Yeah, this would be really good. So yeah, that's one of my little pastime, little hobbies that I like to do. Do you print them on cardstock? No, I use the actual cards. So the actual like cards, you know, like they're normal playing cards, like Magic cards. They're normal size. And so you just use scalpel and stuff to cut everything out, and then put foam spacers and things like that to make them 3D. But I wouldn't be opposed to like finding the art and then getting it printed out and then making like a big version of it, you know, like a picture frame size of it. Hyper Bunny, that is a good question. I can ask Ron. Let me think here. So you were asking about the Druid and the meet and greet model and things like that. Because the model for the meet and greet is going to be this one. We showed it off last night. Oops. Sorry. Hold on. There we go. So we showed this off last night. And the cool thing with this is I think it's green users are in chat. They might be able to correct me if I'm wrong, but it's 55 millimeters from the base to its eyes on the actual like green sculpt of it. And so I think the plan right now is I think I've convinced Ron, because I told Ron I was like, because we're gonna scan it and turn it into a 3D master of it. So we got the original sculpt from Julie. We're gonna scan it, and the cool thing with that is that now we can scale it, or like, you know, make it a little bit bigger or whatever. And I think I convinced Ron to maybe go from base to eyes 75 millimeters. So that would make from like base to top of head maybe about 80, 85, 88 millimeters. But from base to eyes maybe 75. So it'll be a pretty substantial piece. Because I know that, you know, Sophie was 100 millimeters and her wings made her look ginormous. But I think this is just a cool bust to do. So I think it's 55 right now. Like the original sculpt is 0 to 55 from base to eyes. Roughly, somewhere around there. But I think we're just going to add a little bit more, make it a little bit, you know, kind of bulk it up a little bit. But that's a pretty cool thing that we can do, which is pretty exciting. And I'm curious if I can maybe get, this is just me riffing off the top of my head, but I'll go back to your question in a second, Hyper Bunny. But I wonder if I can get a metal version of this and polish it and maybe make some special versions that we can give away as like raffle prizes and things like that. I'll ask Ron. I'll see what I can do. But back to Hyper Bunny's question, asking about buying extras like we did with Sophie. I think Ron's plan is to print a certain number and that's it. So I think, I don't know that number. Let's just throw out an example. Let's say we make 200 of them and only 100 tickets sell for the meet and greet. Then the other 100 will just be sold. But we know that there's only 200 or whatever number we decide, that's how many are getting made. It's not going to be based on the meet and greet ticket and things like that, but it'll just be that number. So, 3 inches to the top of the weapon. So that's 75 roughly, I think, because it's 24.5 millimeters per inch, and you said 3 inches. Yeah, so 2, 4, 6, 4, 12, 72, 73 millimeters, somewhere around there, from base to top of weapon. So, and Ron, I think Ron also thought it would be cool to do like the body and everything in 3D print and then have the scythe be metal, because that's just thematic and pretty cool. But I don't think that is going to work out too well, but because it won't be printed as one piece, and he doesn't want to chop up the arms, and it's just a whole other thing. So I think it'll be just easier to scan it, scale it up, and then print it, I think. Hey, Dogfather, I got your email, and I emailed you back. I'll fix your volunteer schedule on Monday. Oh yeah, you just typed it in chat. Yeah, I'll fix it on Monday. So it's not that big of a deal. I'll just take you off. Yeah, and this thing's cool. I kind of like, maybe I'll paint this. Who knows? Maybe I'll paint this for ReaperCon. Maybe I'll paint it on stream. I don't know. I am gonna ask Ron if I can make a metal mold of this, but I'm gonna wait for it to be scanned and stuff first, and then we'll go from there. But I'll ask him, because then I'll make a certain amount that are special. Maybe we can put some in the Brinewind store or the auction, or just random door prize giveaways at the meet and greet, things like that, or the raffle, throughout the weekend. So I'll ask. I'm sure it'll be feasible, and I think this thing would look really cool, polished and dipped. So that'd be pretty cool. So yeah. Looking at it now, I don't know what like Bob and Julie are in chat, but I like it because it kind of looks like a mask, like a wooden mask. I know that it's not, but you can kind of see how it has like that. It has like some cracks down the middle, like right here, right there. Forgot I can point at the green screen. So it has like the cracks and stuff, and it has like this texture going down it on the side. It kind of looks like bark. It almost looks like a tree, like a tree bark. It looks like a tree. So I can kind of see painting that to look like a mask would be kind of cool. Like a red top up here with like a white bottom. Maybe that kind of is ombre, red to white. I can see that. I did paint a few models at the paint and take. The first couple of days, I worked on the dwarf baker, the one with the pie. I worked on him. Did some dry brushing practice and stuff. The forehead has a bit of a cowl on it. Oh, I see. I see what you're saying. So you're saying like this, like little bit of like drapage of like cloth hanging down. Is that what you mean? The forehead has a bit of the cowl on it. I see. That makes a lot of sense. It's hard to tell from the picture, but once you look at it up close, I can kind of see a little cloth hanging down now. There we go. That's pretty sick. And then the crown, all these like little jewels and stuff you can paint. crystals, the little gem in the middle right here. Gold, and maybe you can make these match his pauldron, because he has like these little circles on his pauldron here. Make these match what's on his crown. But yeah. So that's the meet and greet bust if you didn't see it last night. Your pic was a bit blurry. That's fine. I saw it in person. So, and then once we get our first test prints, we'll start showing them off. I know Ron's going to send them off to a couple of people to get painted, so. Drapage. Drapage. Yeah, I had time. I had some great volunteers. I had some good volunteers for the paint take. And, I would just, I would be sitting there painting until somebody came in, and then I would have to explain what the spiel is, pick up your model, pick up your brushes, yada, yada, yada. But, yeah, I got him base coated, and I did his beard and the pie and the apron. You need one to go on the pirate ship? You need what? Oh, this as like the figurehead for the pirate ship. Get one of these and just put them on the pirate ship. I can see that as the mast head. What was the other thing? Oh, the other bust. Yeah, this guy, the Wood Elf King. Jason Weeby. I don't know how big this one's going to be. I think he's going to be normal, maybe. I don't think he's going to be super big, like a ginormous bust, but I don't know. I'm trying to convince Ron to make him a decent size, because this guy has a lot of detail on him, with the moon and the acorns, the leaf crown, the bushy eyebrows, the textured nose, the staff with all the little kind of wood and vines. He has like veins on his head. The weasel, like ferret, pipe head, leaf pauldrons, like this really busy medallion with the tree, the jewel texture around his necklace. Just, there's so much going on. But yeah, I think it'll look great. This is the other bust. Yeah, I think it's going to be kind of like the Bones 5 busts, but maybe slightly bigger. I'm trying to convince Ron to make it bigger. But if I had my way, it'd be like, like a decent sized display bust. 100 millimeters. This one, I don't think, if I could cast this one metal, I just don't think it would look the same. I think the Reaper would look better as a metal, like acid dipped and polished. This one is more plinthy almost. It's more, Dragon Bust. Yeah, Samurai Jack, that's a good way to describe it. The Grudge would be decent as well. Yes, pretty close. Definitely bigger, yeah. Yeah, the Grudge was perfect size. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Here's the little dragon halfling we showed off last night. I'm going to show off the stuff that we didn't show. So we showed all the Paizo stuff. We showed that off. We showed that. These are the 4 that we didn't show. But you guys will see this in like a week or 2. These are just whips from something. Brigands. But I don't remember what these are for. I like this quilted. I like how puffy they make it. Bobby makes it look puffy. Another brigand. He's doing more of that cloth texture, like how it's all bunched up and stuff. Up at the top. Good motion. I don't know if these are for dungeon dwellers or for what, but they're just brigands of some kind. Ron didn't really tell me. Cleric with a mace. Right to shield. Baggy pants almost. I like it. I wonder why I wonder why Bobby does like. So like these three renders are in red wax, and then this one's in the gray, like gray wax. I wonder why he does that. I'm curious as to why he does different renders and different like different materials. Do like the motion though. Mace, classic, like clubby mace. Yeah. We showed those off. I think Ron had this printed, I thought. This looks very Max Dunbar, obviously. I think he said last night this was based off of Max Dunbar. Talked about the hand coming on the base. Love the hand with the little claws. Very spooky style. Mm. You want this in 100 millimeters? Yeah, it's very like Death Knighty, you know. I want Terrazenia. You guys remember Terrazenia from past ReaperCons? Oops. Reaper Mini. Terrazenia. Come on. This one. So I wanted this one as 100 millimeter. This is the one that I was trying to convince Ron to do because we did Sophie last year as like the big model. And people really seem to like that one. So we need a 75 millimeter line. I mean, I could foresee that not being an issue. Like I could see that being a thing. It's just I think we would need to get the printer situation more. I would say once the building moves and once we get a good solid amount of production time and stuff with the printers and things like that, I could see that being a thing. Yeah, I think this one would look really cool as like a big statue, like Sophie size from last year because she's just such a cool pose with the book, and it's just a good piece, I think. That is true Jedi. Yes. Maybe, whenever you decide something like for instance, if we were going to do this Terrazinia, you are right. She was sculpted to be this size. And if you blow her up, things might look a little rounded and not as detailed and things like that. So you would have to probably go in and touch things up and add some more detail. Like that Gnome King bust, I think he has so much detail in him that he would look good blown up like big. But you're right. Like you would have to add some more like texture detail and things like that on like the boots, for instance. They're really, I'm not saying that they're flat. It's just you would have to add a little bit more, I think, texture wise, leather detail and things like that. But I think this piece would be cool as like a statue. Dead Mike, hello. Test 1 2. Test 1 2. Hey chat. There we go. Okay. Yeah, Ron came in and cut my mic off. Hey Sagebrush C, sorry. Test successful. Okay, good. Speak louder, John. We can't hear you. Yeah, the batteries died. I didn't check that. I haven't had to change the batteries in the microphone in a while, so didn't even think to check it. What was I about to say? I was about to say something. So I was looking the other day because I really love Final Fantasy Tactics. It's one of my favorite games, especially the advanced, like the Game Boy version. And why I can't look up images? Come on. I just want to look up images. Is it just because it's, oh, there we go. So it's it's like a tile-based game, obviously. And you have to like move your characters around on the grid and things like that. It's just like a normal tactics game. We're turn-based, move your characters around. But there's really cool elevations to it. So you can see like the little steps back there, like going up and down. And I was Googling because I was wondering if there was like any type of board game or a type of game that's like this, like physically. And I came across something that was called like Endless Tactics or something. Endless Tactics, I think is what it was called. Yeah, it looked like this. Oops, don't go there. Here, I just want to look at the image. Yeah, it looked like this. And it looks like they made a board. It looks like they had some monsters. And things like that. And I think I would like to make something like this for at least ReaperCon or something, and maybe we can make a game out of it of some sort. But I'm not sure. But I was just curious if there was something out there because I was thinking about sculpting something or 3D printing a bunch of stuff to make a game board, kind of like that Final Fantasy Tactics style. And when I was looking up all the videos for this, it was like 10 years ago at like Gen Con and things like that, where they were doing the demos and everything like that. And they had like a whole bunch of cards and characters and things like that went with it. But I haven't seen anything about it recently. So I don't know if it went anywhere, if it became a thing or what. But I figured I would like to make something like it just because I have some time, and in my free time I would like to make a board style like the Final Fantasy Tactics, because all the, like, I don't know, there's something about it like very nostalgic, like all the boards and stuff, like all the different like areas. There's just something so nostalgic about seeing it all. Like this. For me. With all the different elevations and things like that. And they always seemed kind of amphitheater style, almost. And then there's like this one, where you're inside the tavern. It's very like blocky. Oh, Final Fantasy Tactics is Bob's favorite games? Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah, I just wanna, I wonder about making a board, something like that, and then making a game out of it with miniatures and stuff like that. I'll see what I can do. It's so close to ReaperCon, I might just work on it for funds. But I figured if I could make like a modular 1 inch by 1 inch cube or something, and then just design a bunch of different like grass and rock and waterfall of different stream paths and things like that. You could just sculpt a bunch of it. Heroscape. Oh, but they're hex tiles. I think I've heard of HeroScape. HeroScape. Is it one word? Board game. Oh yeah. It's much like this. Yeah, this is close to what. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Is that not around anymore? It's a 2v2. I guess Trash would know a lot about this. Yeah, this is really interesting. So they did try to do a style of like tile skirmish game is what it seems like. That's what it I like what it looks like. I wonder why they decided on hexes. Just maybe because it fits together pretty good. Because that looks pretty good. Look at that board. It's pretty interesting. Oh, you worked on HeroScape, Green Users. That's awesome. I didn't know that. Oh, it's coming back. It just back into reprint. Oh. Is all the terrain the same? Or like, oh, you click it all together. And so you can change the elevation, like I'm assuming like this. This is a bunch of them stacked together to change the elevation. And then how do you determine what the battlefield looks like? I guess you just make it up. That's kind of cool. If so. There's grass and water and snow and castles and trees and whatever. Okay, yeah, so there's a bunch of different kinds. I can see like this one. This one looks pretty big. And it looks like people. Why does it keep blocking these? So it looks like, this is a pretty big board. So I wonder if this is like multiple people buying multiple versions of the game and just building a big table. It's pretty interesting. Yeah, I think I saw this somewhere. I kind of like it. This is about the same idea, with the Final Fantasy Tactics. This is that same idea. But Tactics uses squares. And these are hexagons. You would just need a lot of these. People hoarded copies so they can just have multiple. Because you can build big tables like this, I guess. Which is pretty cool. It's interesting. I'll see. Maybe I'll start sculpting on stream again or something. Maybe we can come up with something for ReaperCon or something. It's so close to ReaperCon, I don't know. But maybe we'll just start sculpting on stream again. Sculpt some squares to stack and make little game boards. But I think something like this big it's pretty big and it's pretty epic. This seems like it's for like events, like a ReaperCon or something. You just have like a big table that everybody battles on. But I think in like a normal game, I'm thinking like maybe a chessboard. Like a chessboard is like a good thing to think about, right? Because it's not too big, but then you can change the elevation on a bunch of things, so you can create like pretty big normal things. So, So yeah, I like the way this looks because this is very nostalgic and reminds me of Final Fantasy Tactics. And so you just design everything with a base that fits on this. These look like 1 inch by 1 inch, right? 25 millimeter hexes, or not hexes, but squares. Pretty fun paint jobs too. I like the, they made the crystals and everything like that. But this looks like foam core. Yeah, it does look like it's foam for sure. Pretty sure it is. But I mean, this was 10 years ago, 11 years ago. For whatever game this was, it was called Endless Tactics. Like I said, I found it whenever I was looking for Final Fantasy Tactics like style board games. And they have like these whole like card systems and things like that. Geomancer modular terrain. Ooh. Now we're talking. Attack the Norker cave game. Yeah, look at this. Geomancer. 3D tile set. Endless Fantasy Tactics mini set. The image is a little blurry. Ugh. Why is this so small? So it looks like they had their own miniatures too that came with it. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's a pretty decent size, like little board too, but I wouldn't want this to be like your game board. It's probably not big enough for a lot of movements and a lot of units and stuff. But that's just the idea. Something like that, because I just had this wild hair that I think it would look cool. Or be fun. Crossmaster. And so like this is another board that somebody made. It looks like. This one's interesting too because they had water resin in it. But they're like at the church. And then you can see there's the cards down here at the bottom. Those are like the hero cards with their life and stuff. This is like very Final Fantasy Tactics, like Final Fantasy, like those tactics board styles, which, whew, very nostalgic and looks like very fun to play with. Come up with cool rules. It seems fun. I know that Kevin made a giant dungeon for Ron for pictures, for the Dungeon Dweller pictures. He recreated the old Dungeon Dweller book art, or the box art dungeon. And that is upstairs. And it looks very kind of reminiscent of this, but it's very flat. You know what I mean? It's like, it doesn't have like the elevation changes like the little, it doesn't look like it's made out of cubes, like Minecraft, you could say. But it does have the squares on it, like the 1-inch squares. So, yeah. It's just something in my head that I was thinking about. And what I was looking at. Sorry. Just see all the new releases that just came out. So we have the new box sets. So there's Arakoth. I know he's really spooky. This thing is creepy. I think Andy did such a good job sculpting it and painting it. The fact that he did both is pretty epic, but this paint job of Arakoth is incredible. So, obviously, this one came out along with Spiders and the Bridge Trolls Toll. These three are the most recent. The Bridge Trolls Toll's coming out. I kind of want to look at, so you guys know Sir Scale, right? Sir Garrick the Bold, I think is his name. I'm just going to look up Bold. So somebody came into the game store the other day, and they were talking about, they have a large printer. I want to find somebody that's local or somewhere that's nearby that has a big printer that can do big pieces and big parts. And I want to see if we can get a large, like almost life-size Sir Garrick the Bold, Garrick the Templar Warrior, Mr. Sir Scale. Because if we can do that, I would like to get one, like a big one, like a normal like big-sized Surf 4 scale and put him like in front of the new factory or put him in front of the game store, like on top of the game store, or like like a marquee up at the top, or he's just like as soon as you walk in the store, he's there. Something like that. I think that'd be very cool. But I got to look around to see if there's anybody that has like a large scale printer, because like I guess I could make a big Surf 4 scale, but we'd have to print them in like pieces on pieces on pieces on pieces on pieces and put them together with how big he would need to be. So I want to do like maybe like a printer that's big enough to like print his lower half and then print his top half, and then we can put them together. But I'm sure it's possible. Challenge accepted. Have him cast in bronze? Oh. Like a big one, like a big statue. Like if we get it 3D printed, then we make a big iron cast mold out of it. And then or not cast, but like, just a big lost wax casting mold of a large Surf 4 scale. And then we can pour bronze in him, get a bronze statue of him. I'm sure that's feasible. I'm sure that's totally possible. Call Adam Savage? Yeah. Yes, just like the Space Marines. But I don't think those are made out of bronze, are they? The Space Marines? Because they have to... I guess the ones out front of the stores might be. But the ones that they transport around to like different shows and stuff, I'm pretty sure those are just big plastic ones, right? They have to be. Or they paint them... I know the one... I haven't really touched the one that's in Louisville. We have a big Warhammer store here in Louisville. And they have a big Space Marine out front. But I don't know if he's just painted to look like patina rusty, or if he actually is patinaed. Yeah, the one in Grapevine. That's the one I'm talking about. The one in Grapevine. I know he's painted to look like he has patina and, weathering and stuff all on him. But I don't know if he's like actually bronze or actually metal. Because that is a big... He's big. I wonder... They should have a picture of him, right? Grapevine Citadel. Yeah, there he is. Right there, that guy. So I wonder if he's just painted to look like that, or if he's actually metal. I haven't gone up closely to touch him, but yeah, this is the Citadel store in Grapevine. Warhammer Citadel. It's actually right across the street from my favorite sandwich place in DFW. They have a cafe in the back as well, so they serve coffee and stuff there. Also, don't want to show that. There we go. Don't forget, if you haven't got your Reaper's 90-day challenge, I didn't say this last night because I forgot, but if you haven't got your 90-day challenge model, this one is due on 8/20, so that is the close date. So you have until 8/20 to paint this guy and submit him for the Reaper's 90-day challenge. So don't forget. Oh, it was painted to look like a blood angel last time you were there. Oh, that's funny. So yeah, it is painted. But it could also still be metal, but I'm pretty sure it's not. Because that's hella expensive. Like something that large. And it'd be like really difficult to move. Super impressive. All right. I know that some of the new classes did not have their some of the names on the back end. And I told Ron about it, and I think he started working on it. So what don't we want to see? We don't want to see the room. We don't want to see the duration. We don't need to see the type. We don't need to see the number. Okay. So I just filtered it to show basic information. It's not metal. Okay. Thanks, everybody. So, I mean, obviously, there's still some classes left. Jeff Davis's class. Ooh, nobody wants to take painting eyes. That's a really good class. I know he orders the mouthing horror, I think, is what he uses in that class. I think he might use a different model this year. I don't know. Tish. Bones mashups are going to go pretty quickly, so I would get those. I think we added quite a bit this year, more than normal. Schubert stuff got put up. Intro to sculpting. Ooh, I might take this one. I might take that class if there's an open seat. Drew Olds. Classes are going pretty good. Fun Faces is a fun class I've heard. Bender's classes. Character design still has spaces left. Crazy. So I know of 2 models that have been made. Actually, I know of 1 model that's been made from this class, which is pretty neat. But character design, from what I know, is you go in there and you guys collaboratively design a model. Choose its race, its class, its weapons, its pose, its backstory and all that stuff. And I think she starts sculpting it in that class, I think, or at least starts to draw it and things like that. And then it could potentially become a Reaper model. I know that the promo from a few months ago, the Dragon Paladin, the Dragonborn Paladin, was one of the character designs from CVP's class. I've heard good rumblings about this class. Sculpting energy effects from Peeper. I don't know if this is green or digital. Oh, it's green stuff. It's a green stuff. Oh, I like that he put an allergen alert in there. Epoxy resin. I like that he did that. Good on you, Peeper. So if you wanna learn how to sculpt energy effects, fire. I think Peeper's also teaching Nomad Sculpt. That's another one he's teaching. I know I sat in on that class last year. It was the only class I sat in on last year. Was his Nomad Sculpt class. Oh, freehand class, building blocks from Dev. I talked to Dev a lot at Adepticon. Weathering class from Coke. Bones mashup on Friday at 9 a.m. That's going to be a tough one. A lot of people want to take classes at 9. 9 seems to be a really popular class, or class time. Horns and Claws from Rex Grange. Minis managed. I might sit on in this class too. So I'm going to write these down. So minis managed. I'm gonna make my own little sit-in classes. Nomad. So just make little notes. So I can kind of build a schedule if I can sit in on certain classes. Joe Oak's leather classes is sold out. Obviously, the Buttery Blends class, that one's always super popular. uh, OSL, composition for dioramas. I've heard good things about this class as well. Ooh, I might need to message Carrie Michael Cosby. Carrie Michael Cosby, are you in chat? I haven't seen you, but I haven't seen. She was in chat last night, but actually, I don't know. You know what? I always spoil stuff on the show because I don't care, but it's all going to come out anyway. And obviously, it's not that big of a deal. But they are working on some colors in the paint department right now that can go on like invisible miniature, like clear minis. It's almost, I would say it's like almost like an ink or something like that, you know. It's designed to go on to clear models. So they're experimenting with a bunch of stuff like that in the paint department. So I wonder if Carrie Michael Cosby would like to get her hands on those early to kind of to test them for this like invisible characters class. But you may or may not have that in your swag bag. So that could be a swag bag item. So you'll probably know more in the next Reaper Live, because we'll probably have some stuff to show about that. Ooh, a Derek, the Schubert class for sculpting faces. Competency with color. I love that Joe and Tammy are teaching night classes. So I know that Joe has submitted a ton of night classes. So we were trying to push some incentives for people to teach night class. Hey, Chaos Queen. I'll probably sit in on it. Chaos Queen. I'm making a little list of classes that I think I would like to sit in on. Kevin Holderney's coming back this year. So Kevin Holderney's classes got put up yesterday. Or no, today. Sorry, today. A couple hours ago. So I'm glad Kevin Holderney's coming back. He just had a kid, him and his wife. But he's back this year. GM Photo, who's normally in chat, is teaching some miniature photography 101 for miniatures. I will for sure probably sit on that one if I can as well. Some of these are all at the same time, right? No, they're not. We're down to Saturday now. Jeremy Doss, his classes got put in today as well. Hartwell, Skin Deep, still has tickets. I know that's a classic one that she's been teaching for a long time. Friday and Saturday, I see it. All right, sorry. I just noticed this name from Rex Grange right here. Paint Bussin' Figs. For the kids. Paint Bussin' Figs. That's hilarious. Oh my gosh, 4 people signed up to take the juggling class from Frank. He was excited about this class. He was talking to me about it at BGG. Dungeon in a shoebox. That sounds fun. Is that Saturday? Saturday? Simple Rich Golden MM from Kevin Holderney. Already 4 tickets. There you go. Bussin'. Ta-da. There you go. I think I showed these off on the Discord as well. I'll put them in there. We showed these off last night. I'm excited about this dwarf. I like all the detail on it. These were drawn by Ask Rin, which I think he's streaming right now. I think. Hello? Streamception. Wait, what's going on right now? Oh, Summer Games Fest is going on. You guys want to watch Summer Games Fest? We can do that. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Askren is on. Oh, this looks like a for sure piece. I like his artwork. He said that I was talking to him the other day, and I think his biggest inspiration and the person that he like his art idol is oh, what's his name? He does Pathfinder stuff. He did Warlord stuff for us. We should rate him. Yeah, he's doing a short stream today. I can ask him. How much longer are you streaming today? I'll ask him. But Wayne Reynolds. Yeah, you can definitely tell a lot of his art looks like Wayne Reynolds, which is not a bad thing, but it's like you can tell that influence is there. That's just how art is, you know? Oh, I guess, does anybody know anything about this Kara situation? Not Kara Curley, Kara the website. I don't think you saw my message yet. But you can see by like, I guess like the hair and the face, I could just tell, you know, that influence is there.
How long are you streaming today? Don't know.
Don't know.
I do have to prep stuff for Pathfinder, so probably till about 8, maybe.
Oh, so he's on for a while.
I think 8 o'clock, most likely.
Okay. You guys don't have sound, right?
During Ubisoft's Forward event, streaming is part of the continuing
You guys don't have
Game Fest events, but right now.
So do you guys have sound right now? Oh, I can tell. I can test this. You guys can hear the game? My laptop? Okay. 1 second. Test 1 2, test 1 2. Let me. There we go. That was what, number 22? One second. Test 1 2. Hello. Oh, you know what it is? No. Test 1 2. Nope. Weird. Hold on. Okay, so you guys don't have sound right now. Okay, we should have sound now, right? All right. A little bit, yes. Okay. I'm going to turn it up a little bit. I didn't know this was going on. Okay, it's been on for 35 minutes. So we can watch this. So this is the Summer Games Fest. Yeah, the new Star Wars game. We don't know the name of this one, right? Yet. It looks cute, though. Neva 2024. Looks like a cute little cozy game.
Trust me, that game is such a true work of art, especially when you get into some of the combat. It is tons of fun to play, and there's much.
I guess I'm just gonna chill and watch this, hang out with you guys and chat, see if there's anything cool
on this same stream
for a little while.
All right, next, it's time for our next game announcement.
World premiere.
Study the past if you would define the future.
All are architects of fate, working in these walls of time.
That's Matt Mercer.
Let us all
How's the sound? You guys can hear it, right?
or on the last great journey fair.
Let me not then die ingloriously and without a struggle.
Barely.
But let me first do some great thing that shall be told among men hereafter. Each of us shall endure this world's life until the
I just don't want it
end.
to be too loud. Good now? Okay. I wonder what this is. Is this like a new Civ game? This looks like a new Civ game. Or like Age of Empires? Because we're going through different civilizations right now.
So it shall be.
Oh! Civ 7? Oh! Coming next year. I really like the Civ games.
Hello, everyone at Summer Game Fest. On behalf of the Firaxis team, we are thrilled to finally announce that Civilization 7 is coming day and date to PC and consoles next year.
Consoles?
I'm in awe of the amazing team that has brought us
Has
to this
Civ ever been
moment.
on consoles?
But we also have to thank you, our incredible
I'm gonna pull up
fans
chat,
around the world,
just 'cause I wanna
for
see
your
what chat's
overwhelming
saying.
support
Like,
of this franchise
this
for over
this chat.
30 years. We can't wait to share more, and we hope you'll join us later this summer for the full reveal of Civilization 7.
I see some resident sleepers in chat,
Stay civilized.
but a lot of pogs. I guess I can scoot over a little bit so we can see a little bit, see what people are saying. They co-opted the Civ license for a board game. Weird. Is this like a Ghost of Tsushima? Oh, let's do this. Oh, this is the Wukong. This is the Wukong game. It's like a Dark Souls-y type game. Yeah, there he is, Wukong. A lot of the Western stories of Wukong. Are those the four gods? Genbu, Byako, Siryu. I'm assuming that's what those were. Because what's the name of that myth? It's called like Go West or something like that. Yeah, he's the Monkey King. Yep, Wukong. It's an ancient Chinese like story myth. This looks like some kind of VR game. Yeah. I haven't messed around with VR at all. Has anybody in chat messed around with any VR stuff? I haven't touched it, like, not at all. Asgard's Wrath. I think Matt Mercer's in that game.
Perhaps humans
Trash,
were
thumbs
fated to
down.
build the monoliths, reaching heaven and returning with a gift. Stardust. But mankind was given more than it wished for. Not progress, but chaos.
No idea what this is.
Every new height brings a terrible fall. And yet hope still glimmers, even in the depths.
Journey to the
of
West. Who said that?
unknown, like
Ford
new
Fitch.
flies.
That's right. Journey to the West.
We die to live again.
Oh, this looks like...
The smallest creatures show the greatest resilience.
I don't know how I feel about this.
Wherever we remain standing, we stand.
Oh, this was in beta. This was being beta tested recently. Once human. For me, it's the aesthetics of it. I like half of the aesthetics and then not the other half. Trash. Thumbs down. I mean, this just started, so I don't know how long it's gonna last. But we'll just chill out and see if there's anything cool for a couple minutes. I've always wanted to stream and react to one of these shows, but just never.
Have any of you faced Tyranids before?
Ooh.
Only these past 2 days. Then there is much to learn. The numbers are endless. I will take you all with me. Brothers, we fight!
Is anybody in chat big Warhammer fans? Space Marine 2. Thumbs down. How we feeling about
All
that?
right, welcome back to Summer Game Fest. We've got some amazing developer guests joining us throughout the show, and I'm very excited to introduce our first guests. They are legendary creators who are working on a brand new fantasy RPG, Metaphor, slated to launch this October. Please welcome the director and art designer of Persona 3, 4, and 5, Katsura Hashino and Shigenori Shojima.
Another Persona. I mean, Jeff Keighley, he puts on a good show. These shows have been getting bigger and bigger every year. He does the Game Awards.
ありがとうございます。アトラスの橋野です。今日は副島さんと一緒にこのステージに立ててとても光栄に思ってます。
Thank you, everybody.
Speaking in global.
It is a pleasure to be here. My name is Hashino, and I am the director of Metaphor. It is a pleasure to be here with Mr.
I wanted to become a translator at some point. I figured it'd be fun. I figured being a translator would be fun. But I don't know. That might be another one of those jobs that AI takes. Who knows? You wear an AirPod and then it'll
in which the party members
you just transfer it
transform
like
into
almost
their
immediately.
jobs, which we call archetypes. These archetypes allow you to fight against your enemies.
アーキタイプは誰もが持つ不安と向き合うことによって覚醒する力です。すべてのアートワークは力強さとオリジナリティを意識して描いています。
Speak in global language. I wonder if that's just the generic closed caption.
一部のアーキタイプは進化することもできます。
Archetypes are the embodiment of power born from the will to
MMO
face your fears and
Persona?
anxieties.
Is that what people are
We gave it
saying?
our all to instill each and every archetype with a feeling of strength and uniqueness
So we have
in
Dark
each of
Knight,
their
Dragoon,
designs.
Paladin,
In total, there will be more than
Druid?
40 types of archetypes available in
40.
the game. These archetypes can gain experience
Seeker.
and even evolve. Some of them can evolve into stronger versions.
Pugilist.
メタファーは
This feels very
新しい
MMO
我々が作ってきた
class, but
RPG の
I don't know. I don't
ノウハウ
know.
を全て
It
結
said,
集
they
さ
said
せて作ってい
RPG.
ますとても大きなボリュームのゲームです今日は
Healer, Cleric,
このア
Gunner.
ーキタイプをテーマにした最新のトレーラーをお持ちしましたぜひご覧になってくださいありがとうございました
I don't know if it's an
So
MMO.
we are pouring all of our acquired expertise into this game to
Ninja,
make it as
merchant,
exciting as possible.
Commander.
In fact, we've even brought our latest trailer today, which is centered around the topic of these archetypes.
I guess we're gonna
Thank
find
you
out.
very much, and we hope you enjoy it.
It does look like there's a party of 4. So it
It is
could
said
be.
that we all have inherited heroic virtues deep within us.
It might be like Monster Hunters, almost. Is it turn-based?
The reality is,
Very anime.
we fight.
Yeah.
great evil flows through this land. You have found a way to wield true magic.
Feels very Sword Art Online.
Many more protectors and followers will gather to your side.
No, I think this is just an RPG, is what it
The
seems
same
like.
powers lie dormant within them.
On guard!
You must acquire more archetypes and bring them together.
Yeah, it's a classic JRPG of some kind. Oh, you see what a lot of people in chat, skip, exclamation point skip.
The most interesting power, an archetype whose existence was only theoretical.
Computer Rooster, what'd you put in chat? Did you put a link? Your link got deleted. You can't beat the game until you max everything out. Metaphor, Fantasio.
Such an honor to have Hoshino and Shojima with us
World
on stage.
premiere.
Thank you guys, and for that deep look at the archetypes, such stunning
think
visual
we're due.
designs. Now we're going to jump into the Arkhamverse. Batman Arkham Shadow is a MetaQuest 3 exclusive VR game coming later this year. As Batman, you face a new threat, the mysterious Rat King and his cultist devotees. Here's your first look at the story trailer for Batman Arkham Shadow.
I really like the most recent Batman movie with Robert Pattinson. Hard pass. Trash.
There's a new darkness overtaking Gotham, driving the city mad.
I'm not a big super like comic fan.
It's from the fire in the streets, casting
The
shadows of
Harleen
rats
Quinzel.
on everything that was once good. Fear is their weapon, but they're not the only ones who can use it.
Not super interested.
The Rat King will stop at nothing to destroy my city.
I don't know, the Rat King sounds
How far
interesting
will I
though.
go to destroy him?
Arkham Shadow. It should be called Arkham Rat King. Decent fade. Hey, Aerowiz. You're just joining us at the end of stuff. We're just checking out the... I saw that the Summer Games Fest was on. Is it Summer Games Fest? Yeah, Summer Games Fest.
I am looking forward to heading back to the Arkhamverse. Now, it is time to update fans on a legendary fighting game franchise. And
Is this
that
Riot
includes
Games?
me. Because I have been a fan of this series ever since one of its first
No.
iteration and have been playing each one ever since. So,
Tekken?
let's check it out.
Tekken? Virtual Fighter? Guilty Gear? This has to be Guilty Gear. No. Bloody Roar? Oh, Fatal Fury. Isn't this just Street Fighter ripoff? Do you guys remember Bloody Roar? There was an old game back on the 64 that was where you like turned into animals. Oh, it's Street Fighter. What? But it's you turned into animals, and there was like a big penguin, there was a lion, there was it was a really fun game. You turned into like a werewolf. That was a fun game. Bloody Roar was great. Marvel vs. Capcom? Yeah, I wish. The Marvel vs. Capcom was awesome. Trash. Who's this? Okay. Oh, it's just add-on characters. Okay, here we go. This looks promising. The Dragon Meteor Invasion. Oh, this is hyper stylized. Okay. Tears of Metal. I'm interested. This has me going like this. Okay. This looks very indie. Okay. Oh, is it a roguelite? Oh, this is definitely a roguelite. This looks okay. It kind of looks Dynasty Warriors meets Slay the Spire. The art style is pretty interesting. This kind of comic booky, shell shady style. Yeah, roguelike. Oh, it's co-op. That's interesting. That's promising. Not really into computer game console games. That's fine. Yeah, I just saw that it was on, and I was gonna watch it anyway, so I might as well watch it while I'm here. I used to love these games. These are the Shippuden kind of like. Didn't the game started with a B? Bakugan or oh gosh, I can't remember the name of them. You know, when I was a young boy in high school, watching a ton of anime, these games always felt really cool. Yeah, Peter Russo, you did. Yeah, we looked at a few and talked about some ReaperCon stuff, but we're just kind of chilling now at the end. I was actually going to go look for a raid, but then I saw that the Games Fest was on, and I was like, yeah, I might as well watch a few. So we'll see how it goes. These commercials are going on too long. Oh wow, that's pretty soon. There's Brawley.
There you go, Internet. We got your release date for Sparking Zero, October 11th. Now we step into the world of Delta Force Hawk Ops, a free-to-play tactical shooter available to play on all platforms. Here's a look at their multiplayer FPS extraction mode.
Never heard of this game.
Team, rally up. We've got a new mission. Operation Lightning Strike. The situation at Zero Dam is now very serious. The conflict's escalating between Havoc Corps and Alsara Guard. It's time to take action. Objective: collect and decode the Mandelbrick, located at the tourist center at the southeast region. We need to utilize terrain for stealth insertion. Execute swiftly and silently.
We're in position.
So is it a 4v what?
Looks like someone beat us to it. We need to pick up the pace.
Yeah. Sounds like three different groups going against each other to try to extract something from a location.
I'm going in.
It's giving me like Call of Duty, Rainbow Six Siege vibes here. Gear up, Helldivers. What's the Helldiver salute? Don't they do like this across their chest? I never played Helldivers. I know it was really popular, but
All clear. Prepare for decoding. That's all for mission briefing. The drill is over. Operation commences. Good luck.
Delta Force. Never heard of it.
But that is not all. The
Alpha
game's
test in
premium campaign mode, Black Hawk Down, is a reimagining of the original game that is also fully licensed to recreate moments from the award-winning Ridley Scott movie.
Hey, Grey Mouser.
Here is your world premiere first look at that
World
gameplay.
premiere. Do it. Oh, they're not going to do it. Normally, every time there's a world premiere, they always do the world premiere, like at the beginning. I could care less about this, to be honest.
Why are they burning tires? RPG! Hold on!
Hashtag skip.
All unit prepare.
I wish I could skip it, but it's whatever. I'm waiting for something that's going to be exciting. Games that are coming up that I'm excited for is Path of Exile 2. Just announced last week that they're going to be on console and have couch co-op stuff, but that's coming later this year, towards the end of the year. But other than that, really nothing too exciting. I've been playing Hades 2. I beat Hades 2. I think Hades, the franchise of that, is such a good game. Like, such a good franchise. SNK. Are there still arcades in, like, Korea? And I know they're really big in Korea. Are there still, like, those types of arcades there? I'm not sure. There you go. This is a game for you, Trash. Hard pass. Oh, there's Fatal Fury. Halo Infinite. This is a Dolby commercial. Good old sound for Dolby. Odyssey. $240 hertz. Jesus. Okay, we got another cozy game. What's going on here? Battle start. This looks like some kind of... Is this an auto battler? This might be an auto battler. It's a bunch of cute monsters. Yeah, this looks like some kind of hero auto battler. Hopefully they show some gameplay. The problem with a lot of these shows is that sometimes they just show like cinematics like this. They don't actually show gameplay. Either they don't have the gameplay ready or not. Okay, so not an auto battler. It looks like some kind of an arena battler. Like your arena's pretty small. Oh, and the arena falls. Okay, so the arena gets smaller. Oh, it's a bunch of people. I think that's way too many people. It looked like there was like 18 people on the battlefield. Armored Core? Gundam. This looks like Gundam. I like Gundam. Yeah, pass for me too. Great mouse here. A couple of barcades. Yeah, we have barcade. I think barcades here in the US are way more popular than what I was thinking of. I was thinking of like gaming cafes. They used to be really popular in Korea, South Korea. Gun game. These types of games I'm not super into. Mecha Break. I don't like that over the shoulder.
We're back here at
like,
Summer Game Fest, and that was a look at Mecha Break with its immersive
like boosting around.
With
Look at that audience. There's a lot of audience people there.
Next, Jason Blum and his Blumhouse banner have become synonymous with incredible horror films over the years.
I was about to say, isn't that a horror film
company?
company?
Last year's Five Nights at Freddy's. Well, now Blumhouse is entering the video game world in a big way.
I thought it was Blumhouse. I could have swore it was Blumhouse. Am I wrong? Trash. Fake audience, they're all holograms.
Dark times await us. Vengeance will take shape.
Okay. Wait, what? Oh, is it a showcase of a bunch of different types of games?
I cannot sleep.
Yeah.
I cannot sleep. I must not sleep.
Sleep awake.
I am terrified to sleep. And I am scared to death to stay awake.
Don't worry, Viv. If any ghosts actually show
A Ouija board
I'll
game.
protect you.
Amy, I'll save you no matter what. Just go
Okay.
home.
This is giving me. I'm not a big horror game person.
The local police department asked me to help with a case. Why would they need a game designer? It should have some developer mode.
This is a pass for me.
Times await us.
Yeah, so they're making their debut by making a bunch of different games and releasing them all at once from a bunch of different studios. We'll see how it goes. It's just not my audience. I'm not a scary game person. The last one I played was Phasmophobia.
Jason Blum, CEO and founder of Blumhouse, and Luis Blaine, creative lead at Blumhouse Games.
Okay.
Hey guys, so we got ourselves a full slate there. That's incredible. So Jason, tell us a bit about why did you want to get into games?
Bumhouse,
like
more like Bumhouse.
Well, we've been very, very busy. I'm very happy to be here. Thank you for having us. Thank you guys all. Great to hear.
Oh, it's actually named after him.
There.
Duh.
You'll all be very happy to know we're working at this very minute.
I think they should just stick to
On the
movies.
sequel of Five Nights at Freddy's. It's coming. Don't worry. Anyway, horror is
7 Nights.
to my great relief getting more and more popular. Our movies are working. It's working on streaming. It's working in live events. And we wanted to try and take our approach to movies and apply it to games. And that's what you see here. We're going to do
How many people are
independent
watching?
games. We're going to look for creators and give them a
162,000.
platform and encourage these
But
creators
all the other
to
streamers
be
are co-streaming
weird
it just
and
like I am.
subversive
So
and find the most effed
probably
up,
about 1 million
scariest
people.
things they can and put them into really cool games.
Well, they look great. It's a really diverse, cool slate. Luis,
Trash.
tell us a bit about.
This guy spent more time on his hair than he did on the game.
From our slate, our horror games are a lot like Blumhouse movies. They come in many different flavors of fear, which means there's a horror game
Does she have an
for
accent?
everyone. So maybe you're a fan of nostalgic 90s experiences with a bit
Is
of a
that-
twist,
is that like an-
intense first-person shooters, Or maybe, Jeff, you just want some bonus murder.
Yeah, Jeff. Is
in
it
what
is that
otherwise
like
very
a
cozy farming sim?
Scottish, Irish?
I think, you know, we as horror fans, we know that there are so many different subgenres to explore.
It's very
and our independent development partners,
the
they feel
the levels
same,
of her
and they're just
accent
as
go up and
excited,
down.
Which means we've got psychological nightmares,
That's a
we have
Fort Worth.
supernatural
It's Irish,
scares,
yeah.
we have cosmic horror. And our team has worked really hard to work with global, creative, talented partners.
Gosh, if I
and
had,
that means for us,
if you guys could have one accent, which accent would you
We
have? I would have this one. I
really want
would
to-
love an Irish accent.
as we're working in indie projects, which means that we can take risks. You know, we can be
Oh,
flexible.
hello
and really
there.
we can push the limits of what's possible in scary
I would
storytelling.
have an
We're
Irish
so
accent
excited.
for sure.
Yeah, no, it looks awesome, all the stuff you have there. And I know, you know, we'll get into when games are coming out, but some of these are coming soon, Jason, right? We got a good slate.
Well, yeah, we're on PC and console, and
Trash.
And yeah, we wanted to start with not just one, but we wanted to start with a few games. So so you want to?
I think most people would say Australian.
Fear
I
the
think people like
Spotlight is our
Australian
first
accents,
release
right?
coming later this year, and it really hits our mission statement. It's an amazing 90s horror experience. It's got great characters, a compelling
I also
narrative.
wouldn't
It's
mind
also
like
super
a
creepy,
London,
and I think people will be big fans of it.
not like a
even if you're not
posh,
normally into
like not
horror.
like a
And
posh
quickly,
posh
actually,
English,
Fear the
but
Spotlight is getting its first trailer as part of the Day of the Dev showcase, so stay tuned after the show.
Directly after.
I just really like
Well,
Irish accents.
I know this is just the start, so we'll probably be seeing you in future years with more from Blumhouse Games. But guys, what do you think of the slate? Pretty amazing, right? What these guys are pulling on. Jason, Luis, thanks so much for being here on Summer Games.
Thank you, guys.
All right.
Get out of
And
here.
now here's the world premiere of a
World
brand
premiere.
new Power Rangers game with
Oh.
a retro feel.
They're just gonna save all the good games for the end. You gotta sprinkle them in there. You gotta keep people interested. You know what I mean? This looks like a Flash game. Oh, it looks like one of those. It's those old arcade games, like the Ninja Turtles or the Simpsons one. Rita's still around? It's morphin' time! I was not a Power Rangers kid. I think this was, I don't know, maybe this was going out of fashion. I don't know. Maybe I just missed it. I don't know. Trash, yeah. Normally they don't have as many, I don't know, it feels like there's a lot more indie games this year compared to like actual releases. There's been a few, but of the, is that Kim Possible? I'm just waiting for something substantial. This looks cozy AF. Lifeline Game Studios. Looks like a sad Animal Crossing. Is it Bambi, the game? Coco Melon. I saw somebody in chat commented, Coco Melon. Oh, you grow up with the deer. This is giving me like Ori and the Blind Forest vibes. Oh, it becomes magical. Deer and boy. That gives me like the Little Nightmares kind of
What
vibe.
a beautiful game, Dear and Boy, which comes from first-time developer Jason Houdet in Paris, who started that project alone in 2020 during the pandemic and now has a team of 8
Rudolph.
helping him realize his vision with financial aid from the French government. And games like that are why we do this show, giving first-time developers a chance to show you what they're working on. All right, next, after a long wait, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 is arriving later this year. This is a
Kingdom Come
first-person
Deliverance.
open-world action RPG from Warhorse Studios. Here is
This
a
like a
brand
medieval?
new look.
This is the medieval one, right?
The best laid plans of men.
This
Don't
has
always come to
potential,
fruition.
if I remember correctly.
Man proposes, but God disposes. And then boots you right in the balls.
Yeah,
These two young fellas, I need
I think
to
this had
find
good,
them.
good
One's
potential.
a smart-ass Smith, and the other's a blue-blooded fledgling.
You behave like a spoilt brat.
How dare you speak?
Gentlemen, praise be to our Lord Jesus Christ.
Our Father, there are many sinners in this world.
Whoa!
But in the end, we all face your judgment for what we should have done, but lacked the courage to do.
The last time I ran away, I lost everything.
Oh, Neidhart said Icelandic accent.
Kiss
Yeah, like a Norwegian, like in that area.
Is this retribution?
Everybody knows that's on my bucket list. That's on like the one place I would like to go. Is the Iceland, Nordic part of the world. This game has potential though. Oh, Comet Lord. Nice. Is that the guy we saw sculpting, right? Zachariah?
Fucking task.
Mr. Janae? That was the guy we saw. That looks like that looks pretty decent. It's kind of like I would compare it to like a Skyrim-y type, you know,
Next,
where
we
you can
step
kind of
into
go
the
and do
dark
whatever.
mind of Silent Hill creator Keiichiro Toyama-san. Back in 2021, we announced his new game, Slitterhead, at the Game Awards, and now we're giving you a look at the gameplay from his independent, Tokyo-based studio.
Tokyo. Was there a game called like Ghostwire? Bokeh. Oh, bokeh, like the photography term. That's funny. You have to play detective in Tokyo. Well, you're dead. Oh. Oh. You possess people? I'm assuming when you die, your soul gets pumped out and you have to go to a different body. Looks like you can transform. Like this person has claws. He can regrow his arm. This game looks a little wild. A blood spear. This game looks interesting. The main character, like whatever body you're in, looks. This is cool concept though. Of being able to transfer into different bodies like that. That's a decent mechanical concept for a game, though, I think. What in the Mr. Potato Head am I looking at? this?
That's what I call a dramatic entrance. There's a reason why I'm called Killer Bean. It's
What?
because I'm good at what I do. Really. Really.
This looks ridiculous.
Good.
A lot of people, you see Game of the Year, people are just spamming Game of the Year.
Shadow Agency. An international organization powerful enough to shape the world. Until they lied to me and tried to kill me. Now, I'm gonna destroy them.
You're the gosh darn idiot who wants to take down the Shadow Agency. Well, it is sure nice to meet you. Before you die.
This just looks like it's a silly game, right?
They made me who I am, and I will make them pay for it.
Game of the Year, people were saying.
Glad you liked that one. That was Killer Bean, a third-person roguelike shooter made by another single developer, believe it or not. Right
A
here in
single
Los
guy
Angeles,
made
Jeff
that?
Liu, who previously worked as an animator on movies like The Matrix Reloaded. So fun. It's amazing what can happen in this industry. All right, to introduce
One
their
guy
brand new
made that.
game, please welcome from the Game Bakers, a small
And he-
independent studio in Montpellier, France, Audrey Laprince and Emmerich Toa.
Hello, Jeff, everyone. I'm very
Jay.
happy to be here. When we created our studio, Emmerich and I, we promised each other to always come up with something new.
She wearing heels?
After
She's tall.
Fury and Haven, we're here to introduce our new game, Cairn, a survival climber. When I was a teenager, my dad prepared
Survival
an expedition
climber.
to Mount K2, but half of his team
Is
didn't
that
come
like
back.
Get Over It?
And I've always wondered, why do alpinists risk their lives in such extreme conditions? This is something we wanted to explore in Cairn.
Cairn.
Cairn is a game about what it takes to go beyond your limits. You climb a
C-A-I-R-N?
mountain to reach a summit never reached before.
Mountain.
And the climbing gameplay is the challenge. It's very intense and realistic. It's a face-off between you and the mountain. And what you're going to see in the trailer is not
Ricky
from
Bobby.
cutscenes. It's the actual climbing gameplay.
Yeah, no trailer, no cutscene.
You can see more later today during Day of the Devs, but now let's have a look.
Okay. You got to see what how the controls and the mechanics and stuff are, I guess. Wait, okay, that looked weird for a second. Like, how do you control all the different body parts? Okay, so is there like some kind of stamina meter? Like, do you control the right side of the body with the right part of the controller and then the left part of the controller? A lot of questions. It's a VR game, you have to climb your house. Cairn. What does Cairn mean? Like, a cairn of stone. A cairn... I've heard that before. Is it... Like... What is a cairn? Is it like something that holds something? Something that's stacked.
I'm not meant to be here.
Top
I'm
of
a
graves. Got it.
I'm meant to be in the arena, in combat. But instead, I'm out here in the middle of the woods, running a tea shop. So, what does running a tea shop involve?
Oh no.
Well, there's a lot of gardening.
Cozy game.
And I've had to get used to the pretty unique tea
Where you make
machine
tea.
we've got here. None of these tasks are all that hard. They just take patience. And I'm not really the patient type. But I'm surviving. Of course, I have to actually serve the tea to our customers. And once that's done, I'll usually check in with Boro, the guy who owns the shop, to see if my help is needed anywhere. And when
Tea
all
shop
the chores
simulator.
are done, sometimes I'll just sit on a bench and do absolutely nothing. It's not fighting.
It's
but
giving me like Palia
it's
vibes.
peaceful. And what's weird is that I actually feel good. I'm happy. I can stop running now. I can stop. I can stop. I can stop running. This is good for me. I need to enjoy this. I feel good. I'm happy. I'm happy. I'm happy.
Wander stop.
That was Wonderstop, the announcement of the next game from Davey Redden, the creator of the Stanley Parable. I sense there's a twist coming, as you would expect from him. And
Of co-op, yeah. It reminded me of like Get Over
Right,
It,
now
but
here's a look at the
less
story trailer
serious.
for
I
Unknown
mean, more
Nine
serious.
Awakening, a narrative action-adventure game that tells the story of Haruna, a young woman born with the ability to venture into the fold, a dimension that overlaps our own.
There hasn't been any like super amazing games yet. But I guess you gotta wait 2 hours into it.
I do. Your progress is impressive lately, Haruna.
These are incredible.
They call themselves the Sahin.
This looks like a Unreal Engine 5 game.
Shielded from death.
The Unknown Nine. Does this have anything to do with why Vincent is here?
Humanity has lived for eons at the mercy of the Nine. It's time we took control of our own destiny.
Looks like a mix of technologies.
Why are you so interested in Vincent, anyhow?
He killed someone I loved.
Remember stepping. Find your target and bridge the gap.
You don't belong here.
You're wrong.
Another body possession
This is exactly
type
where
stuff.
I'm meant to be.
Oh, she can go into the fold.
The Fold is a strange place.
Vincent found something down there.
I don't know how I feel about that one either.
Hey, how about we see the world together?
I finally
What is
have
Monster Hunter?
something.
Oh,
Something that I want to
it's like an offshoot of Monster Hunter.
Steal your heart. Adventure starts.
Monster Hunter Rise. Monster Hunter World. Jama. Jama? Looks very, what style of helmet? Conquistador? Seeing that helmet reminds me of like a Conquistador. Wishless now!
Walks into my great hall.
This is giving like New World. Like Conquistador. Ugh.
Feel honored to fight a legend.
The frame rate.
Your greatest final chapter.
This might be like a Dark Souls game. Yeah, this is giving like Dark Souls. Somebody in chat put Baguette Souls. Oh, it's masks. So whatever mask he puts on, that's the like ability that he has. Like it changes your weapons and abilities. So it's like a faceless.
There is but one certainty in the cosmos.
In Troya, the last song. Enotria. Enotria.
All right, we're back here live for
the
more
theme of that
Summer
seems
Game
pretty
Fest.
interesting.
The first Descendant, powered by Unreal Engine 5, is a next-gen looter shooter with dynamic cooperative gameplay, including a grappling hook mechanic. It is finally set for release, and we're very happy here to debut the new trailer and the reveal of the release date.
The first Descendant. Didn't this game come out and fail? Or they had a beta test and it wasn't that great or something? I remember this name. On guard, John. Assassin's Creed Quixote. That was a good way to describe that last one. I do like the aesthetics of it. Of the last one, though. The idea of taking the masks and taking the abilities. Is this like a 5v5? What is this, a battle arena shooter? Okay. Still don't know what type of game it is. Is it PvP? PvE? Fortnite. Like a new Destiny? I don't know. Did the audio just cut out? I think it cut out for the stream. There was some news about this game. I don't know what it was, but July 2nd. That's pretty. It comes out the same day as the new Final Fantasy XIV expansion.
That looks awesome. The first Descendant will be available across PlayStation, Xbox, and Steam. Wishlisted now and prepare for the release on July 2nd. And now, please welcome two developers whose hit indie game, Among Us, took the world by storm
Among
in
Us.
a couple of game awards. From Inner Sloth, here are Victoria Tran and Forrest Willard.
Is this a new Among Us game? Among Us?
What's up, gamers?
People love Among Us.
Can you believe they just let us be on this stage? Like, no chaperones. Like,
I know. Can we announce something totally fake? Do you
like-
think they'll let us do that?
Among Us 2? Among Us 3? 4? Oh, all right. Well, turns out we actually have something very real we wanted to present to you all today. There's been so many great indie games in recent years, but it's also been no secret that it's kind of a rough time in the industry. Some devs don't really get the chance they deserve, so we thought we could help out a little bit. That's why we're excited to announce our side project, Outer Sloth, an indie game fund we made that offers the kind of deals we would have wanted back in our less
People just
popular
spamming
Among
sus in
days.
chat.
This is our way of saying thank you to our crewmates, players, peers,
by helping some games and devs have the funding and freedom needed to ship their games. And then we all get to play them, which was the real plan. I really want games. Outer Sloth is our passion project and dream for a better, more sustainable industry. We are really excited.
John, it's not hard
and
to do this from a technical director point of view.
To reveal it here and show you the current lineup of games we've managed to fund because of you. And don't worry, Jeff,
I think Dave's,
it has your favorite, a ton of world premieres. Enjoy!
I don't know what you mean, Knight. Oh, to view this? I don't know what you mean. Is it not hard to view this from a technical director point of view?
Hi, I'm Ian from ShapeShot, and you may already be playing our first game, Mars First Logistics.
We're Trinket Studios, creators of Battle
I don't know. I just have all the cameras on my iPad,
Studio
and I can change them.
Innocent, and we're making the Marsfield Archives, a game about building and exploring connections.
Hi, we're Midnight Munches. We just released a demo for One Bosses.
Oh, the streaming of this event. Oh, from a director's standpoint. Oh, you mean like the actual Game Awards? Thinking of a technical director standpoint of that. But yeah, what do you think they use? Like, do most productions like this use vMix? Like,
and we do have one more game.
I would assume that this thing is so organized that they have everything in a list, right? And they have a script that they go through.
In our new game, explore the world in an
and it's like
upgradable mech.
the technical director has like he knows that this game's next, this game's next, this game's
discover
next.
new dosa recipes and reunite with your strange loved ones for one.
Oh,
last
when the
game.
audio drops out?
Project
Yeah,
Odyssey
maybe
is a game about life,
they're like
death,
prepping for the next thing and then they accidentally like click something or whatever. Or maybe their internet goes down for a second or something, or yeah.
Thanks, Victoria.
A corrupted file.
Those all look fantastic, and I cannot wait to play them. But all of those
But it's like-
amazing indie
like,
games aren't the only thing coming
For
out. of
her,
Outer
it's
Sloth.
like you would
Did
have
you
somebody
know
in
that
her
there's
ear
going to be
telling
an
her
Among Us
you're about
TV
to go
show?
live, or your mic's hot, or you know, how do they know when their mic's on?
Yes, there's going to be an Among Us TV show.
That type of stuff.
Check out this
That's
sneak peek.
a nightmare. I wasn't paying attention to that Outer Sloth stuff. Among Us. Was it a new Among Us game? Or no? This might be right here. Among Us TV show? Because they've probably been planning this for months, right? And man, yeah, production sounds pretty crazy on this. Because you spend pretty much probably like half a year working on this, just for like 4 hours of a show. But the
Up
studio
next,
that they're in
we
is
have
really
Sonic
nice.
X Shadow Generations.
Because then you got to be like, all right, cut to camera 1. Up, see, push in. All right, camera 2, get ready.
Greatest hit collection of 3D
We have
and 2D
a
levels
guest
from
coming
Sonic
on.
and Shadow's
They're going to
history.
come on from stage
Now
left.
it's time for a glimpse of Shadow's brand new powers and gameplay from a standalone campaign, as well as the official release date announcement.
Is this for Sonic Frontiers? Didn't this game not do very good? No, it's a new Sonic game. I just think Sonic games are kind of... They haven't really evolved in the past 20 years. They've always generally been the same. Gotta go fast. Wishlisted today, Trash. Yeah, the audio thing is always terrifying for me. Like, I thought it was me. And now that when you say that, Frank. I thought it was me. I thought I bumped something on the mic or something. But getting all these like scenes and everything and all that stuff ready for stream. I guess for stream they're just treating it like a production.
The Year of Shadow, right?
Because of all the
Movie
people in the
coming
audience.
December too. Exciting stuff. All right.
I
In
guess the
upcoming
stream comes
online
secondary.
survival game Dune Awakening from Funcom, there is one small decision that unleashed a chain of events which set the stage for the story the player will experience.
This is supposed to be an
Let's find
MMO.
out for the first time what that is.
This is what I
The only
heard.
peace I find is a future that never happened. One where I, Paul Atreides, was never born. I created the future until it created me. But I see a narrow way, a path that might have been. What if my mother had obeyed her orders and given birth to a girl? Everything would change. Dr. Yue exposed before his betrayal. A world where my father lives. House Atreides surviving the Battle of Arrakeen.
Changing the lore.
Sardaukar deployed to protect the spice melange. A war of assassins spreading across the planet. Fremen exterminated. No Muad'Dib. No Lisan al-Gaib. No Kwisatz Haderach. All of my visions lead to horror. Except for this one. This one leads to you.
They still haven't shown any gameplay from this game. Oh, it's a open world survival MMO.
More Dune
Whatever that
Awakening
means.
coming at Gamescom ONL in August. Now it is
In
time to see
August.
the announcement of another new game from a brand new development studio.
Hopefully we get some gameplay of that soon, because it's been about 1.5 years or 2 years from that Dune game. We haven't seen anything. I think they announced it way too early. I think they were trying to capitalize on all the Dune hype, but I think they announced it too early. I'm hoping there's a PoE 2 announcement. Yeah, Zach out. I think that's how they're planning. The Dune multiverse does sound pretty cool, but I just don't know what the gameplay is going to be like. I guess you'll be Paul or Paulette. Yeah, I guess that's how they're going to justify. That's how they justify like choosing your own character. That's why I said like all roads lead to you instead of Paul.
Kim from Uncapped Games.
We didn't
Thanks,
see any
Jeff.
gameplay from this, did we? It was just an
Battle
animation.
Aces is the RTS game for everyone.
RTS.
It's for players that are brand new to RTS as well as RTS veterans.
Oh.
We really want to bring the core fun of RTS
I
to
suck at RTS
everybody,
games,
kind of like
but-
how games such as World of Warcraft did for MMOs or Hearthstone did for card games. So Battle Aces is an action-packed army versus army game that has a high emphasis on the strategy. We want to bring this type of very specific.
I've always
RTS
wanted to
fun
learn an
players
RTS, but I
in
really
two
like
major ways. First, we want
like
to
Age of Empires and
amplify
stuff.
both the in
Because I'm not
and
really
out of
into
game
sci-fi stuff, but
strategizing through unit decks. And what makes unit decks very cool is not only will players be able to define the exact way that they wish to play, but also players will be able to experience an endless possibility of strategies. Second, we want to eliminate the tedious clicks required to play an RTS as much as possible so that players playing this game are experiencing only the fun parts of playing an RTS game. So, If you want to learn more about Battle Aces, or if you want
RTS
to sign
is
up
kind of,
for
it's
our
one of those
beta
niche
test that's coming up very soon,
subgenres
then
of games
please, make sure to
that
visit our
appeal to a
website
certain type
at
of person.
playbattleaces.com. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, David. That was fantastic. All right. Our next premiere unveils the exciting new destination for a game that shadow dropped at the Game Awards last year, the Finals, with its unparalleled destruction wrapped in the world's most deadly game show.
Yeah, this came out.
Now,
This
after
came out
dozens of updates
at the
and 2
last
seasons, we're
awards.
unveiling where contestants will be going in the all-new season starting next week on June 13th.
This was a pretty
Sharpen
interesting
your
game.
katanas and welcome to Season 3 of the Finals.
This was a pretty decent game, I
If they
think.
hit that reset button, it can take us anywhere.
Because, like, you spawn in, and it's like an arena that randomly generates, like a hologram. And you have to, like... you have to, like, get gold and steal gold from your opponent. Oh, it looks like they're changing the arenas. Kyoto. New arena. Oh, new weapons and stuff? Interesting. All the terrain is destructible. So if you like look, you see like the floors are blown out. And there's all kinds of different like chain hooks and big jumps and things like that. It was a pretty interesting game.
The Finals in Kyoto. All right. Please welcome multiple Game Awards winner and a dazzling Game Awards performer, if I do say so myself, Sam Lake from Remedy.
Alan Wake 2. Ooh. This guy, cringe. Oh no. What's happening? Okay.
I think that's enough.
I can't wait for the gifs of that.
Hi. You see, this is now the only way they let me come on stage to tell you something exciting news about Alan Wake 2. Many of you have been posting your Remedy game collection pictures on your shelves with Alan Wake 2 so far digital only, sadly missing. Well, we are excited to announce physical deluxe editions and physical collector's editions for Alan Wake 2 coming this fall. You can lock in your copy starting tomorrow. Next, we promised you some expansion content for Alan Wake 2, right? I'm thrilled to introduce you all to Night Springs. It contains 3 episodes with 3 familiar, fan-favorite, playable characters in mysterious, terrifying, and quirky what-if scenarios. It was a chance for us to really go out
These are the
there,
single-player gamers here.
as if we already didn't. Night Springs will
I haven't
be
been able to play
playable
like a story-based game in a while. Besides Hades, I
in
guess.
less than
Hades was the
24
last one I played.
hours.
But the story is so good.
Thank you. Now, with this world premiere, I invite you to step into Night Springs.
Night Springs, a special place, a shifting space, existing in a countless number of parallel realities. Different every time we set upon the road that leads us there, and yet always familiar to us. In Night Springs.
Night Springs.
I'm in danger. Please, my #1 fan. You're the only one who can save me. And I will come back for you.
I don't think I've ever really played the Alan Wake games.
Sean, I'm really happy.
This is gonna get strange.
I was the only one
one who could save the writer and the very soul of literature.
I like the music though.
I have a shotgun.
Well, I gotta... Wait, that's a real shotgun?
Who can ever truly know how deep the rabbit hole goes in Night Springs?
Amazon Games. Is this New World?
They've come to these mythical shores, seeking mastery over death itself.
Yeah, this is New World. It's like the only game that Amazon Studios has made so far.
Where primal forces clash over the island's deepest secrets. Where ancient mysteries awaken. Where
Yeah, I thought this was a dead game.
forged and demons are born.
New World. New World.
This is Eternum.
Coming to PS5 and Xbox Series X. Meh. Was never really a big fan of New World.
New World Eternum will launch on PS5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC on October 15th. And now you can play the game start to finish as a solo player, play co-op, and use cross-play as well. If you're watching SGF on TikTok Live right now, you can comment HSR in the
TikTok
chat.
Live?
Special in-game bundle for Honkai Star Rail of Stellar Jade from TikTok Game Rewards. And speaking of Honkai Star Rail, Hoyoverse's latest space fantasy
Honkai
RPG
Star
just
Rail.
concluded its version 2.3 special program a few hours ago. But there's more. A sneak peek at the upcoming expedition featuring a beloved character who is clearly ready for the forthcoming journey with her brand new look.
Dude, weebs love this game. Honkai Star Rail.
Choose to sleep. It's because they're afraid to wake up from the dream. You see,
Gotta get your waifus.
possible in this land of dreams.
I do like the art style though.
Nightmarish past will disperse.
I've never played any of the Honkai games.
Bubbles in water, and the future.
But these games make so much money.
Will never come.
Banjo 3. Banjo 3. Yeah, Zach, yeah. Me too. I have quite a bit of friends that like these games, but I just never, that's just not my thing, I don't think.
Because in the end, we will wake from our dreams.
Banjo 3. Let's go. Banjo 3.
War dance? I can't miss out. I'm joining too.
Oh? Iron Mace. Is this deeper dark no it's that, yeah, Dark and Darker. I played this. This was fun. Because you're competing against other people. It's like a medieval battle royale. In dungeons. Oh, you can play a bard now? I'm sick. Like thief, sneak attack. Dark and Darker is a fun game. If you guys haven't played it, it's fun. This is what I wanted, was a medieval fantasy battle royale. Oh, you can turn into a bear? Dude, they added so much. Oh. They added so much to that game since I last played it.
There you have it, the unforgiving fantasy FPS dungeon PvPvE adventure, Dark and Darker, is now live on both Steam and Epic Games Store today. So play it this weekend.
It came back.
Lots of fans are joining us here in person at the YouTube Theater, and we thank you for that. And ahead of the show, 4 lucky fans were upgraded to our VIP section thanks to the Discover Orange Ticket upgrade. With Discover, you don't have to be a VIP to be treated like one. All right, now here's the announcement of the release date for Capcom's upcoming Kunitsugami Path of the Goddess.
Kunitsugami. The graphics are really pretty. Camera is unique as well. Wait, is this like Battlefield, like turn-based? Doesn't look that turn-based. Yeah, it's not turn-based. I wonder what that was. Maybe you could like control specific units or something. Wow. A lot of these games I've never heard of are coming out so soon. Is this Risk of Rain? It looks like Risk of Rain. The art style does. Hyperlight Breaker. I don't know what kind of game that was. It looked like a co-op-y kind of dungeon crawler. Oh, have y'all seen this? This game is cute. It's kind of like Gang Beast, but you play as like little animals. It's like Animal Party or something. This game was super fun. It's cute. Party animal. Let's go.
We know you may have heard the stories about the fine people here at MCorp, so we wanted to take this time to dispel any of these completely unfounded rumors and allegations and reassure you that things here at MCorp and the city of San Vansterdam have never been better. Things are going great here. We have absolutely nothing to hide from the citizens. Everybody here at MCorp loves this town. We think this town rules. Why would we hurt a town that rules? I can't stop thinking about how you're saying we're selling the city for scraps. That makes me sick. That makes my whole family sick to their stomachs. My wife hasn't been on the toilet for weeks because of what you're saying about what MCorp's doing to this town, all those lies. Everyone in M Corp is really good.
Stop crying, all right? This is business. Look around, pal. This is how businesses are run. Now, you should have known that when you were hired on, okay? Jack, tissues. Come on, pal. Ah! Come on, faster.
That's not about this. That's a father and son. That's actually a home issue. We love it here at M Corp, and we are not going anywhere. We'll be here a long time. Fine. Nobody panic.
That was good. Character concepts. Oh, for the Gang Beast or the party animals?
All right, welcome back to Summer Game Fest, and now let's head to Sam Vansterdam for a new look at Skate from EA.
Skate.
Hey, Jeff, how you doing, bud?
Wait, what?
Oh, crap. Some really bad stuff's happening out there. They're gonna need a lot of help cleaning that up. That's bad.
That threw me off for a second. The last skating game I played was Tony Hawk Pro Skater on the PlayStation 1 with my brothers. At least, luckily, some of these commercials are fast.
Very exciting that people will finally be able to play Skate on console in the near future. Our next world premiere is an indie sensation from Japan that is adorable, deadly, and has over 25 million players worldwide. That's right, I'm talking about Power World.
Power World announcement.
I mean, just look at the giant depresso. Cheer up, buddy. It's Summer Game Fest. Now, here is the first major update announcement. A whole new island is coming.
I figured they would come out with something quick. This game made so much money, and it was so popular. Sakurajima update. I didn't play it, but I watched tons of people play it. New pals. Xbox dedicated servers. Subspecies. This game was pretty funny. Oh, it's at the end of the month.
That was high on the Steam charts. Congrats to Power World on the new update. Next
That's gonna
up,
be
we've
good.
got a big announcement from Valorant. Here's Andy Ho and Anar Gilfison from the Valorant dev team. Guys.
Yeah, that's why they added guns, because of Americans. Oh, Valorant.
Thanks, Jeff. Hey, everyone. Since 2020, we have been fortunate to serve players in their pursuit.
This
of
game
what
is really
we call
popular.
The Valorant moment. The big plays and clutches you make.
Ooh,
while
people
all
in
eyes
chat
are
don't
on
like
you.
this. They're all putting Resident Sleepers in
Millions
chat.
of players all over the world have earned their own Valor moments on PC. And today, the stage is set to welcome a whole new group of players. Let's take a look.
Xbox or something? This like console version?
Target down.
This has to be console, right? This girl was a really popular cosplayer. Like, people really like to cosplay her. Oh, is that on my end or? Might be. I wonder what this is. This looks like a console announcement. But I know this game is huge, so. Yeah. It's a bunch of unregulated gamers over there. I'm just not good at Valorant, that's why I don't play it. Oh, that's a cool ability. But Riot makes good games. Like, the polish on these games is really nice. Yeah, console announcement. Interesting.
That was Valorant's core tactical gameplay. Everything you just saw was captured on console and with a controller. Valorant is coming to PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and S this year. Our limited beta starts June 14th, and you can sign up right now at beta.playvalorant.com.
We are so excited for your input to make sure that Valorant.
I mean, it's good for them. They're going to get a lot more people to
we
play.
hope to see you soon in the limited beta.
Because that's the first Riot game that's on console.
Studio, Anna Donlin.
Thanks, guys.
Oh,
Hey,
Anna.
everyone. One of my favorite
Wow,
things
she's
about
lost a lot of
Valorant
weight.
has been seeing the community build the game and the sport right along with us. For the last 4 years, we have been on the most amazing journey.
She looks
bringing
totally
Valorant to
different.
Players all around the world, most recently to China, where I'm currently at Valorant Masters, one of our largest global tournaments and community celebrations. Seeing the community evolve as new players bring their passion and expression to Valorant has been the biggest joy of the ride so far. And now we are ready and so excited to welcome a whole new group of players onto new platforms. We hope you'll join us, and we can't wait to see where you take us next.
That's Phoenix. Oh, South America? Like the art style on this, I really like. I'm just trash at it. They're using all that Arcane money, which, by the way, Arcane Season 2 is in September. That's super hype. Super hype for that. There's Pokimane.
Exciting to have Riot on console with Valorant. Thanks to the team at Riot for sharing that with us here at SGF. Our next announcement is a big deal from our friends at DoorDash. 5 weeks of deals with Summer of Dash Pass. Sign up for Dash Pass now
Not a
for
sponsor.
$0 delivery fees and get 50% off your next DoorDash order. Now, here in the audience, we've got a guy who is normally co-streaming our shows, Yang Ya, who is also an amazing voice actor.
He's a
Who's been in
YouTuber.
countless games such as Like a Dragon and God of War Ragnarok.
I watch him.
Well, next week, Yang is going to be voicing a character in a movie, Inside Out 2, where he plays a fictional video game character, Lance Slashblade. And we've got your exclusive first look. Check this out.
Young, yeah.
Welcome to your eternal fate.
Lance Slashblade? But he's a video game character. Why is he here?
Yeah, I always thought Riley had he could crush on him.
I never saw the appeal.
I long to be a hero, but darkness haunts my past.
I'm in 100%.
We were all banished here, deemed unfit, worthless.
Don't you dare say that! You do not deserve to be thrown away!
1 second, Lance. Don't you remember his power move? I'm coming for you, Riley!
Oh, yeah? Watch this! Come on! No one is totally worthless.
But I am a warrior cursed with a feeble attack.
Then you must make your curse your gift.
What's green?
Shield yourself, my friends.
That Indy?
For I shall set
What's
you all
green?
free!
The #1 gaming monitor brand in the U.S., Samsung, just released new 2024 monitors for gaming, work, and entertainment. Scan the QR code now to get up to $300 Samsung credit when you purchase through June 17th, plus a chance to win $5,000 Samsung credit for U.S. residents.
Summer Game Fest 2024! Look at all of you cooped
You're
up
welcome,
watching
Drowns.
video game announcements. And yes, Chicken does look a lot like Ken Jeong. And
Yeah, I know.
Chicken
Joseph is. I think he's
excited
running a
to share
Kickstarter right
new
now,
game that
and he has a
Chicken
kind of a new
and
game. I
Chicken
think that
buddies
Bobby
are in
sculpted a bunch of
called
models for.
Squad Busters. You fight monsters, collect lots of shiny things, and Chicken has a big role. That's all that matters. And here is our big ad. Squad up. Oh, oh, I mean,
What's going on?
Isn't Liam Hemsworth in this?
look at your phone.
Or Chris Hemsworth? Not Liam.
I'm the chicken.
We're here to make your life more fun.
I'm fine. I drink right out of the carton.
Well, I don't think you know the definition of fun.
Come on, get up. I am butt naked from the waist down, so...
Get out of the f***ing bed, dude.
Get out of the bed.
Tell me about yourself. I think I'm an excellent candidate for the job because...
Yeah, it's Chris Hemsworth.
Because...
Your swordplay time, I bet your swordplay.
He is a bridge.
He's one of the most equitable people I've ever met.
Great emotionally.
Also, I pillaged a few villages. I'm not a lawyer.
You want him
Okay?
to.
I'm just a
I
lumberjack.
think you're qualified to be an accountant, so... Which is why you'll have the job.
Congratulations.
What's the parking like?
Here's more where that came from.
I hope not. Guys, maybe everything isn't a squad activity.
Squad up.
Yeah, just relax your bowels, your mind.
Different story. This time I'm mistaken for handing you a hardware breaking. I've been wrong. I've been down. Hey, look at these clowns.
You call this a squad?
Pathetic.
Pasta. Jinx.
Jinx.
Jinx. Jinx. No, you Jinx. You supposed to be a lumberjack?
Are you talking about his new Kickstarter? Ford Fitch and Drowns. Yeah, Werner Clock just came out with a new model for us. He just sculpted a new model for us. Hold on. I'm all
Then your job
caught
is
up.
done.
It's our most recent promo model.
I never.
This one. This was sculpted by Werner.
Here,
Maeve Great Sky.
that came from inside me.
She's awesome. She just came out a couple days ago. Can I zoom in? We'll do. Oh, it's a little blurry, but
You want me to?
it's not a good photo, to be honest. Might have to retake it. Yeah, but she's kind of like what Ron said last night. She's kind of like, brushing off blood from her mouth, like she just got punched or something. Like,
What?
Anime moment.
All right, please join me in welcoming to the SGF stage Monster Hunter series producer, Mr. Ryozo Tujimoto. Ryozo-san.
Hi, thank you, Jay.
Oh, Monster Hunter Wilds.
今日はですね、モンスターハンターワイルズの、最新の映像を持ってまいりました。今回ですね、はですね、後半にですね、完全新規で、今回初お披露目の大型のモンスターも出てきてますの
I probably
で、
have to
そち
leave
らも
soon.
注目していただけたらと思います。
I gotta go pick up my medicine,
Thank you,
actually.
Jeff. Hello, everyone. We've prepared a very special trailer today for Summer Game Fest.
Man, hopefully there's
I
some
want
good games
everyone
come out
to be
soon.
on the lookout for
All right.
手
Well,
ゲインはい、本作
I guess I'll leave here. I gotta go pick up my medicine. So we'll find somebody to raid. We'll see who's on. Is Askren still on? Askren? Yeah, he's still streaming. We'll raid him. It looks like he's still doing the Minotaur piece. Oops. So we'll raid Askren just cause. Yeah, you know, obviously a little bit longer today, just cause the Game Fest is on and stuff like that. But I gotta go pick up my medicine because I am now a diabetes boy, as of Wednesday, I guess you could say. But yeah, hope you guys have a good weekend. The classes, don't forget ReaperCon classes, Wave 2. Actually, I think the final wave. There's probably 30 or so more games that need to be put up, but pretty much everything is up there right now. Go check it out. Go get your tickets. And then I would assume in the next, we have 2 containers arriving on Monday. So I would expect on Monday you'll hear what's in those containers. So you guys can start to prepare if you're going to be getting your email and things like that. So I'm going to get pictures and a detailed list of what's in those containers. It's probably going to take us most of the morning since it's 2 40-foot containers. We'll have them on Monday. It's going to take us most of the morning to unload, I think. So I wouldn't expect those to be turned on until about Wednesday. So they get staged and all that stuff ready to be pulled. So I would expect to hear that on Monday. Yeah. Bye. Bye.